12 Hours, Gibson says, are the beating heart of his Catholic faith. A Christ who transcends agony and redeems the darkness of the world by perfect goodness and light.
He was beaten for our iniquities. He was wounded for our transgressions. And by his wounds, we are healed. That's the point of the film. It's not about pointing the fingers. It's not about playing the blame game. It's about faith, hope, love, and forgiveness. It's a reality for me. I believe that. I have to.
Have to?
I have to.
For?
For my own sake.
For
so
you.
I can hope. So I can live.
And Mr. Gibson over here to your left.
Not the kind of thing you often hear from one of the reigning princes of Hollywood, where Mel Gibson made his millions being funny and a fighter, braveheart, and heartthrob.
You don't have to sort of put the grab on him so much.
But he says this is the movie he was compelled to make.
You could have made a life of Jesus.
Yes.
Why the 12 hours?
I think it's the most intense part of the gospel account. It's the central point of what Christians believe. I mean, it's our belief that by the sin of the first people, original sin, that the gates were closed to us, to eternal life, and that his sacrifice as a redeemer of all mankind was to open the gates to all of us again.
Which brings us to another story you can, in a sense, also see in the shadows on the screen. Gibson says the seed of this film was planted 13 years ago in his personal struggle with self-destruction and despair.
Let's face it, I've been to the pinnacle of what secular utopia has to offer, right? It's just this kind of everything. I've got money, fame, this, that, the other, and it's all been like here you go, like that. And it's like, okay. And when I was younger, I got my proboscis out and I dipped it into the font and sucked it up, all right? It didn't matter. There wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough. It's not good enough. It leaves you empty. The more you eat, the emptier you get.
How bad did it get?
Oh, pretty bad. I think everybody in their life gets to a point where that happens, I think, where they get to the moment of truth and they go, well, what is this all about? Am I going to jump? Am I going to go on? I don't want to do either. I don't want to live. I don't want to die. You ask yourself all those Hamlet questions, and eventually you just have to say, I'm not good enough to figure this out. I don't know. I just don't know. Help! If there's anything out there, help, And if you're lucky, you'll recognize the signs of that help.